Good afternoon, Danielle. Good afternoon, everybody else who's coming on. I hope you're all right. My hands are cold at the minute, so I'm just warming my hands up. So good afternoon, Danielle. Good afternoon, Patrick. How's things with you? Good afternoon, Danny. All right. I'm going to be working two different packs today. I've got my Green Witch Oracle and I've got my Map Oracle. And I'm going to start. Hello, Wendy Hudson Fisher. So good afternoon to you all. So I'm going to start, if I can, with Danielle. Danielle, I'm going to give you one of my map cards. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Carla. Linda, hello. So Danielle, let's choose you a card, shall we? Right, Danielle, you've got Coming Apart. Hello, Elsa. Can you see that? It's two faces. Can you see? The two faces, Gemini, but it's coming apart at the seams. So maybe that's you at the moment, coming apart at the seams. We have number 46 here, 46 age, 46 door, 4 and 6 is 10. Hi, Cornelia. 10 is October, balance. And number 1, which is on a numerology, is January or the first of a month. And that is saying to you, you have to start your new beginnings. As I see the colours here, we have the colour deep purple, we have pink, and then we have the lavender. So I just feel you're coming apart at the seams at the minute. But also, as I say, it could mean Gemini, but it could also mean as well that somebody's not showing their true faces around you at the moment. Sweetheart, I feel with you that you have to start to look at yourself in a different way. I was just saying, my hands are cold. Maybe it's because it's cold outside, but I feel with you, it's been cold outside for a little while now. Maybe it's because of your intuition, people not spreading the right things around you. But I just want to say, Danielle, you have to start to believe that you can do it again. Your life is kind of on hold at the minute, but I know you will get there. You just need to trust in yourself. I have a lovely gentleman with you, and this gentleman, as he comes forward, he has an Alsatian dog with him. I don't know whether he was a policeman or he was in the forces, but he loved the Alsatian dog. The Alsatian dog is in the spirit world with him. I feel it is more like a light brown Alsatian with black here, coming down here and around the muzzle here. It is a strong dog, and I feel it's a female dog. I know as I'm talking to him, he liked to be outside in his garden. His garden was full of vegetables. He loved to cook, to do his vegetables. And I feel that often he would try to always get the same things growing all the time. He loved cabbage and cauliflower, and he's telling me he liked those with his Sunday dinner. He gives me the names of John, Michael, and he's also just given me George. So I know they're connected, who it is. It's either your granddad or your dad, and you have to ask questions of your family. But he said about loving his garden. With him is a lady, and this lady is about 5'3". She's small in stature, but she was very strong in mind. I want to say mum or grandma. I know this lady loved to bake because she's just baking you Cornish pasties. So I know that this is what she liked to do. Danielle, you would know this lady. But you can ask your family about him. But you understand the Alsatian dog, please. But the lady with you, I feel she could be quite stubborn, but she also liked to stand her ground. I tell you what, she feels to me as though she loves you to pieces. And she's just telling me this, that she loved you to pieces. See, I've got a scarf around my neck because I've had a bit of a bad neck all night. And as I said about my cold hands. But I feel she used to wear scarves as well. She's telling me I've got to give you Maria. I've got to give you Angie. And I also want to give you, I felt, the name of Linda as well. So no, they're connected around you. Oh, there you go then, love. I know. But I know that's everything I had to give you. But I've asked for something special for you. And I've just been given a lovely pink rose. And I know, as this lady's talking to me, she said, I've got to give you the pink rose, she says, for family. But I know the pink rose means not only family, but also means as well mother love. So ask the questions about family. And I know at the end of the day, you will find what I'm saying. All right? So I'm going to leave that with you and say thank you for working with me. Right. Patrick, can I come to you, Patrick? Oh, dear, dear, dear. Don't want to give you one of these. I want to give you one of these. I know it sounds silly, but I just need to give you one of these cards. Sorry, Patrick, I'm just talking to myself. You've got the walk-in staff. Can you see? And it means support and encouragement. As I look at this walk-in staff, I see the stones, and I know the stones, there's no two mountains that are too high for you to climb, because I can see the birds of prey all the way around you. But this walk-in staff could also be a cudgel. But as I see this, I feel this belongs to a farmer. And I've got the letter R there, which would be Robert or Roger or even Roderick. But I can see the pathway, and your pathway is quite broken at the moment. Maybe there's a need for you to find you again. I just see one tree at the top of the pass, and I feel I just want you to slow down and start to bring yourself back in to where you used to be. Encouragement. By encouraging self, you can find you, but the support is there for that walking cane. It's for you to travel your pathway. We also have the stone obsidian with you. Well, the obsidian is protection. So you need the protective energy around you. I see the butterfly, and I also see ivy. So ivy, the name, or ivy is the protective around you. Right. I know we talked earlier, and I was quite pleased with because that gave me some proof that what I give you is correct. But I have a gentleman with you, and I am given Craig. So it could be a town, Craig something or other, or the name of the man is Craig. But I just want to give you that name. And I feel this gentleman would either be a family member or he would have been a friend. He struggled in life, but he also is telling you that you've had your struggles, and he said he just wanted to bring you peace of mind. Sweetheart, I just feel with you that you need just for a little time just to hold yourself together. So whether it's trying to bring you back into the pathway you're in at the moment, or it's trying to let you know that we are with you all the time. He gives me also strength. He said you need strength. And that's what I wanted to give you, because that walking cane is giving you because I just heard Craig, but I feel this gentleman is either father or a friend, but somebody that you would know exactly who he's talking about. He said about cows in a field. Well, I know your grandfather had cows. I know that you have cows, but I want to take you also down to the Isle of Wight and cows and sailing, so you understand where that comes in for you. Something about money loaned and money given, because I'm just given, it is quite strange, because did somebody borrow some money off you and never gave you it back? Because they gave me that and said, never a lender or borrower be. There's also with you as well this lady. I want to give you Frida, and I want to give you Mary, and I want to give you also the name of Matthew. And something about touring. Somebody's going touring or been touring. But the lady I have with you is about, I want to say, about 5'1". But this lady is grandmother, I feel, because she just said never a lender or borrower be. She said we always give, we don't take. She brings you, she's just brought you bacon, egg, sausage, and a fowl. She said about a fowl. Does that make sense? And she just said about taking time for you. Your life has been on hold for a little while with your illness, but she's saying you will get back on track. You just have to believe you can. But as I say, her gift to you is bacon, egg, sausage, and a fowl. So that is your gift from the spirit world. So I'm going to leave that with you and say thank you for working with me. Can I come to, is it Danny Johan or Donny Johan? Are you still here? Yeah, that's you. Right, let's come to you, sweetheart. Right, you've got a map card. Healing the ouch. Can you see that? It's like nurse healing. So there must be healing around you at this moment in time. You can see the little animal there, raccoon, trying to heal the fox because the fox has hurt her head. And I feel here that it is showing you that there's been a lot going on in your life just recently that has made you feel a bit under the weather. So meaning that you need to get the healing. Maybe you're a healer yourself. But we have the butterflies and we also have the medicines. But we have the number 38 here, 38 door, 38th of the month, 38th of the month, 38 age, 3 and 8 is 11, 11 is November, 1 and 1 is 2, 2 is February, but maybe February or the 2nd of a month or the 11th of a month. But we have to bring you back in line because I feel as though you've been up and down like a blooming yo-yo. And the more we try and help you, it seems as though you're holding back in some way. I have a lovely lady with you, and this lady, as she comes forward, I want to say Mom or Nan. She was a lady that she didn't take prisoners. She did not take any muck from anybody. She was a lady that gave you the best she could. She was also a lady that liked to always spread her weight around. She was also a lady that was old school. She would do everything in her power to help others. I'm given the names of Anne, Ruth, and also Margaret. She's a lady that always wanted to do her best with what she could do. She's bringing you so much, it's like memories of past and bringing you back. She says, because you are a strong person, love. You just need to start to believe you are. As she steps aside, I've got a gentleman now with you. And this gentleman, he is very strong in the mind. He was a bit of a devil, actually. I feel if you didn't do what you had to do for him, he would get quite annoyed, because I feel it could be quite annoying, should I say. He was a gentleman that had problems with his heart before he went to the spirit world. Danny, he gives me also, as he says to me, he said, you are strong. You need to use that strength and stop worrying about the past. Maybe it's time to let the past go and start to bring yourself back in line to self. You know, at the end of the day, that life doesn't always end on a no. I want you to start to think more about you yourself. Time to say to self, I can do what I want, but I want the help from others as well. Right. I have a lady here with you. Again, another lady. And I want to give you pearl, but I want to give you pearls of wisdom as well. All I want you to do is start to believe in yourself again. I know at the end of the day, it's about loving yourself for who you are. Always remember, trust in yourself and you will get there. I've just been given a lovely white rose, and the white rose is definitely for always. And I'm going to leave that with you and say thank you for working with me. Right. Can I talk to Carla Hicks Cronlin? Is that your name? Carla Hicks? Right. I'm going to give you one of my Green Witch Oracle cards, Carla. See what we got here. Sorry, just a minute. You've got rosemary. Now, rosemary is a lovely herb. It is also to help with memory, but it is a lovely herb that does grow, and it is a lovely herb to put in your stews. We have here a badge of honor for you. And as I see this, it means remembrance, loyalty, and faithfulness. When I see this, I see that badge of honor. So I feel with you, Carla, that you have that badge of honor because you've got through so much in your life. It's time to let the past go and start to move forward on your own pathway yourself. I see the eagle, and I also see the crystal tourmaline. So I know that you need that crystal, but you also need as well rosemary, to give you that peace of mind. Right, I have a lady with you, and this lady's small. I want to say round about 5'4". She was a lady that always was outside doing things. Yeah. What we're going to give you is a key, and that key is about that big, and it's to lock the door to the past and allow you to get into a circle and start to let go. All right? It takes its time, but this lady is saying that she had the same trouble letting go. Past is sometimes an issue, but I want to say to you, you will get there, but you have to trust in yourself. Getting yourself into a circle and following your path, you will find where you're going next. This lady is sitting at a table, and she's just sitting there as though she ain't got a care in the world, and she's just contemplating, listening to herself. I feel she was very spiritual in her own way. She's telling me that she had problems with her skin before she went to the spirit world. Either her skin was flaking, or she had a problem, either had an ulcer on her leg. But what I'm seeing is that she needed healing. Carla, she gives me the name of Margaret, Dorothy, and Anne. So I know those three names are connected around you. Okay. She's saying you have, as I said, I've given you the tourmaline. I want you to use that tourmaline to help to remove the past, because that key is to letting go. Right, I have a gentleman here with you now. And this gentleman, father, grandfather, a gentleman that had so much to give. And he always used to give. He loved to be outside walking. And I know as he's talking to me, he is telling me that he had problems with his lungs before he went to the spirit world. But he loved to go out walking, and I can see him walking. He has a small terrier with him. He gives me the name of Phil, which could be Philip or Phil, could be a woman, but I'm giving you Phil. I'm giving you George and John. He also, I don't know whether he kept bees or he loved honey, because I just saw a beehive. I heard songs being sung. And I feel when he was a young man, he either sung in a band or he sung in a pub. But I can hear him singing Frank Sinatra's songs. It's a time to take yourself back to where you used to be. Remember that only you can overcome your difficulties. He said, I've got to give you a £10 note. Did you have some money taken, a £10 note? Because he's just giving you the £10 note. He just said, just to say to you, stop being so stubborn, get on with it, and join a circle that can help you. But at the end of the day, just remember, your life is on and up. But please take that love that's been given to you, Carla. And know at the end of the day, your life will get better. We promise you. All right, sweetheart. Can I say thank you for working with me? Can I come to, is it Casey H. Casey H. Casey, this is your card. And it said cleaning house. And we have the number 37. When I look at this, I can see clothes pouring out of drawers. I can see a sweeping brush. I see a cat sitting on a windowsill. And I see a tree. When I look at this, I feel your whole mind needs to be cleaned or clearing. Maybe it is because you've had so much worries and so much upsets in your life that you know that you need to make those changes in your life. All the clutter needs to be taken and thrown away. Show yourself that you can get there. 37 door, 37 age, 3 and 7 is 10. 10 is October. October for balance. 1 is either the 1st of the month or January. But it's new beginnings and new starts. But as I see this, I see 1, 2, 3, I see 6 branches. And these 6 branches are showing you by June, you will have sorted it all out. Everything's been put on one hold, but I want you to move it out of that hold and get you going back on track. You are a strong lady, sweetheart, but you need to believe in yourself again. It's like you're up and down like a blooming yo-yo. You know what I mean? You wind the string round and pull it and you're not getting anywhere. I just want you to follow your dreams now. I have a lovely lady with you. And this lady who's with you is either your mum or your nan. She gives me the names of Iris, and she gives me also the names of Maureen and Eileen. Okay. She was a lady that would always do cake decorating, because I can see her decorating cakes. If ever you had a birthday, you always got a lovely decorated cake. She also used to make it. That's what I was feeling with you, Casey. But this lady is very, very much a lady that liked to do things for others. I'm also given Muriel, so I know there's a Muriel. There's also, she's saying to you, you have to get your back, get you back on track, if that makes sense with you. She's also brought you, I don't know why, but I want to give you pancakes. You know, when you're given pancakes on Pancake Day with lemon and orange or whatever else you put on, sugar, she wants to bring you pancakes. And she's saying about look into when you was a youngster and you would love your pancakes. Right, I have a gentleman here with you now, and this gentleman is either father or grandfather. He was a gentleman that loved to go fishing because he's showing me water. But I feel you've got an affinity with water as well. But he's showing me the water. I feel he was either in the Navy or he loved, to sail. Oh, well done. This is why she's saying then. But she's saying here, he is saying, sorry, that you would remember him always helping out. He had a cancer condition. I can feel my nose is running, but my nose running tells me there's either leukemia or a cancer condition. It's just that feeling, and I know that's what this gentleman had. He gives me Tom, George, and he'd just given me also the name of Michael, so I know they're connected around you. I feel tears of joy, and I feel he's always around you. He used to enjoy doing crosswords, he's showing me. The harder the crossword, he used to love it. But I'm seeing him in hospital, so I know that he wasn't well. He also gives me the name of Ben. Okay, he's just said to me, I have to give you an orange rose. And the orange rose means to me memories. So always take those memories on board and know at the end of the day, you can always find you. All right, sweetheart? Just take all that love that's there with you. And I want to say to you, always stick to loving yourself. So can I say thank you for working with me, Casey? Right. See. You're welcome, sweetheart. Right. Can I come to Carol Cohill, please? Can you wait a minute? Let me pick you a card first, Kate. Unless you just want a question answered. Do you want a card? Tell me yes. All right. Right. Your card is preserve. Preserve. Can you see? Jars of jam, jars of marmalade, honey. And what we see here is a chipmunk. And the chipmunk is saying to you about security, forthright, and thrift. Okay? So when I see this, I see the best of both worlds. I feel you are a person that likes to keep things covered. It's like to keep things in here. And this is what this is saying about preserving everything. I see the chipmunk with the peanuts, and I see peanut butter, and I see this chipmunk is pinching everything out of your larder. But when I see this as well, I see the berry conserve. We're seeing the best of the best pickled onions, and I see pickled lemons. I know as I'm talking to you, sweetheart, I just feel it's like trying to get something out of the past and bring it forward so you can find. Can we see what comes, sweetheart? I'm just doing my best here, all right? I'm just talking to people here. And I just asked that question. They said, your financial situation will get better, but you have to trust in your own self and your own abilities. They're saying here that everything that's happened around you in the past is about not trusting yourself. You have to trust yourself to move forward. You have to show others that you are stronger than what they think you are. You have to start to save for a rainy day, but your situation will get better, but also you need to either find either a new job or a new situation. But I know, because now Spirit have stepped away because they wanted you to know this. But I do have a lady with you, and this lady who is with you, I want to say it's mum or grandma, a lady that was very strong in her beliefs. And she said, by sending out your thoughts up to the ether, you will get your answers quicker. And I know at the end of the day, whatever you decide to do, she's saying to you, Carol, that you have to believe and it will get there. It's like if you want something special, you don't want, if you don't need it, you won't get it. If you need it, you will get it. The lady with you is a small lady, about 5'3". She was very stubborn when she was on the earth plane, and she always stood her ground. She's saying to you about shutting the door to the past and moving forward. And whether it's a situation with a relationship, let it go. And she said, move forward. You will find what you need at the end of the day. I am given Alice, Francis, and I've just been given also the name of Mary. And she just said, I have to give you a lovely, lovely pink rose. And the pink rose means to me mother love, and also it means family. So trust in yourself, you'll get there. All right, sweetheart. So I'm going to leave that with you and say thank you for working with you. And Thomas, please. Anne, you've got solitude. Can you see that, Anne? And Thomas, when I see this, I want to put you in a place where you can find you again, because it's like everything's up in the air at the moment. You take so much of everybody else's problems on your shoulders, but I want you to start to bring yourself back into where you used to be. I see here the number 13. 13 door, 13th of the month. 1 and 3 is 4. 4 is April. Let's see where April brings you back into where you need to be. The moon is half mast, so it's half moon. I see here as well the shadows, and the shadows are of Avril as she passed. But you've also had to go through quite a lot over the last few years. But what I'm being told is that I'm over the other side now. I am in a better place. I've got no more pain, and I love you to pieces. And she's saying, yes, it's my birthday, and my birthday is a time of remembrance. She's saying to you that till death do you part. And when you see me in the other side, you will see I am in a better place. She says, thank you for all the healing you've sent and done for me. She said, tears for souvenirs. That's all you've got at the moment. Tears for souvenirs. And I have Avril with me, and she's just telling me this for you. And she's saying, you have got family. You have got your grandchildren now. You've got a beautiful husband that loves you, that you have to start to believe in yourself again. She's saying her family, they'll struggle a bit, but she said they've always got you around. You are there to pick up the pieces, and she wants you to do that. Something about knowing when to give up and when to start to move forward. Well, she wants you to move forward now, sweetheart. She said, I love you, Anne. I have always loved you. She says, even though we've had our ups and downs, she says, thank you for looking after the family. And she's just given me a hydrangea for you, a lovely hydrangea. And I want to give you that with love. So can I leave that with you, Anne? She's a bit emotional, so I'm going to say thank you for working with me. Right, can I come to Maxine, please? Maxine. Do you want tears for souvenirs, Maxine? Ken Dodd, that was. Tears for souvenirs. Okay. Maxine, you have got soil. And soil and Mother Earth. When I see this, I see all the roots in the ground. I also have as well the crystal, which is pink quartz. And I want to give you that with love from the spirit world, they're telling me. I see the trowel and the compost, and it's getting everything that is rubbish in your life and put it in the compost because you don't need it anymore. It means stability and simplicity. But as I see these roots, I feel, as I see the worms that are growing under the roots, is taking away all the impurities and making you into a better person. All right? But I know as I look at this, Maxine, I just feel that you just need, just for a few moments, to say to self, I can overcome my difficulties. I can bury them, and I don't need them anymore. And this is what I'm feeling with you at the moment. Maxine, I have a lovely, lovely lady with you. And this lady, as she comes forward, I want to say it's either your mum or your grandmother. I feel she was a lady that always spoke her mind. She also liked to tell people that she was able to help all others. She's just made a fruit cake. So whether it or not is she used to make fruit cakes all the time, or whether she was a lady that made Christmas cakes. But I've got a pain under my left lung, and I know she had problems with her lungs. She is a lady that always give what she got. And if she had anything to say, she would say it. And this is what she's saying to you. Always speak your mind. Don't let others browbeat you. Get on with it. Maxine, I'm given the name of Mary, Jean, and I've just been given also the name of Dorothy. So I know they're connected around her or you. She's saying here, I'm in a better place. I've got no more pain. And she said, I've got to give you some pear drops. So I don't know whether pear drops mean something to you. You are a lot like your mum. This is what she's saying. But you understand. She's saying here about your nails. Are you biting your nails again? Because she just said you've got to stop biting your nails. Okay. I have a gentleman here also. And this gentleman, as he comes forward, he's given me Richard, Robert, and John. So I know those three names are around your mum and you. He's a gentleman that was in the forces. He was a gentleman that he could be quite stubborn. Yes, it is. He said about always being there for you. And he's saying about he loved to dig the garden when he was angry. And that's where we've just got earth for you. He's showing me digging. So I know whenever he was feeling frustrated, he'd go and dig the garden. It's your father-in-law, is it? But he's a gentleman that always did the best he could for family. He's just handed me, that was it. That's what he's showing me all. And I know as he's showing me this, he's showing me also a greenhouse. And he's getting the compost and doing it for his tomatoes. Okay, so that's what he's showing me. But also, Maxine, he's just given you a yellow rose. Well, a yellow rose means to me that you have to go with your gut feeling. If you don't think things are right, then you open your mouth and you tell others. All right? Life is for living, sweetheart. So live your life the best you can. All right? Life is for living. So I'm going to leave that with you and say thank you for working with me. Right, Andrea Rees, let's talk to you. Okay. You need to. They just said that to you, Maxine. You've got to. Right, who did I just say? Andrea Rees, didn't I? Are you still here, Andrea? All right, Andrea. This is your card. Can you see? And it says, come together. And coming together is either in love, in marital love, or it's love of family. We have the pelican. We have the crown. We have the hearts. And we have the number 8. 8 to me, 8th of the month, 8th month, 8 on a door. The number 8 is August. So I feel that I need you to come together in a situation that is holding you back. You are a lady that doesn't always say a lot, but when you do say it, it has to mean something for you. He said, I've got a gentleman here with you, and he said, I had to give you a ship in a bottle. And I feel it was on a sideboard. And as I see that ship in the bottle, I also feel this is like you spiritually. You're in a place of your own and you don't know how to get out of it. This gentleman gives me Tom, George, and he's just given me Arthur. I feel he was a gentleman that he struggled in life, but he also did his best for family. He also liked to mend things, and he's showing me his screwdrivers and his saw and other things. Andrea, as he steps aside, I've got a lady here with you, and she just brought you a pork pie. I said, why the pork pie? She said, because you like pork pies. And I feel she used to make her own. They weren't like the old, the pork pies, what you buy in the shop. It was her make. It was her pastry, and she would make these pies. She was a good pie maker. Andrea, she's just given me the name of Maureen, Rita, and she's given me Margaret. So those 3 names are connected around you. And do you understand the surname of Jones? Because I've just been given Jones as well. I wasn't sure whether it was Jones or Joan, but I've got to give you that like that. You also understand where she used to love to polish her furniture, and she had so much to give. I feel whenever you went into their house, you could smell the polish. She also loved to iron. She's showing me her ironing board, but she said it was a new ironing board because she used to iron on the table. And she always had a sheet and a blanket, and then she would iron. She'd often sit at the table and iron, but then she was bought an ironing board. I don't know whether your mum or your nan or somebody bought her this ironing board. You understand Brenda, and you also understand a singer. Okay. I just see a Singer sewing machine. So you must understand. Right, so I'm just seeing this Singer sewing machine. I don't know whether it's a hand one or it's one of these pedal ones, treadle ones, or electric one. I just know it's a Singer sewing machine. I just saw Singer because I had a Singer. Oh, excuse me a minute. Flaming hell. Sorry about that. I hate it when people talk to you and they won't shut up. Okay, sorry. Right, yeah, the sewing machine. I was shown the sewing machine. So I know the sewing machine was a part and parcel of your growing up. You also understand where I need to give you a change of scenery. So you're either going on holiday or there's something happening around you that you need to take a change in scenery. Right, I've just been given a lovely, lovely pink rose for you, and that is Mum or family. So I'm going to leave that with you and say thank you for working with me. Right, can I come to Samantha Jane, please? Are you still here, Samantha Jane? I'm going to give you one of these cards. That's it. Samantha Jane? Yeah, okay, let's get you a card. All right, lovey. Hello, Joey. Right, you've got the bird. Can you see that? And this bird is a bluebird, as well as a kiwi. I can also see New Zealand. Oh, this is strange. And I've got dolphins. And it means freedom and opportunity. Do you understand why I have to give you, Samantha, I need to give you the birds, kiwi. I also want to give you New Zealand, and I want to give you the dolphins. But it is just telling me about freedom and opportunity. Have you wanted to move to New Zealand or Australia? Because this is what I'm feeling with you. I need freedom of choice. As I saw that, I also want to give you, that lovely, lovely, it's like it's like an emerald, but it's not, it's more jade. I want to give you that stone. So I feel the stone must come from that end of the woods, either Australia or New Zealand, but I want to give you jade. Right. Samantha, I feel everything's up in the air at the minute, and I don't know which way I'm going to go. I don't know whether I want to go forward, I want to go back, or want to make some more decisions. But your decision making has been a bit off just recently. So whether it's to do with a job or to do with family, I just need to say you need freedom and you need simplicity. Let's get you back on track. I have a lady with you that's in the spirit world. And this lady, as she's with me, she's got short hair. It looks like she's wearing glasses. She liked to read. She also liked to knit. And I feel she liked to do so many things with herself. She was a lady that liked to cook. She liked to bake. She just liked to do everything. I feel she would be either your mum or your grandma. She was a lady that always took time for the family. She's showing me that you are exactly the same as her. You have the same temperament. And she's saying here that you like to do things for other people. She gives me the name of Anne. She gives me also Alison. And she's just given me the name of Margaret. So I know they're connected around you. She's saying about never look a gift horse in the mouth. Well, that means if you have got some stuff, what you have been given and you don't need it anymore, then you pass it on. And she's saying here that sometimes once you've passed it on or somebody offers you something, always take it because it might do for something else. And she said she really believed in recycling. I also have a gentleman with you. And this gentleman, he's given me the name of William. And he's just given me Tom. And he's just given me also the name of Jack. I know he was a gentleman that gave quite a lot of his time to helping others. I know if anybody had wanted a tap fixing or they wanted something else fixing, he was always there. He'd always help. He was always a man that gave more of himself. He was telling me that he said, as a child, you used to always do the best you could, and he's very proud of you for that. He's saying here that he loved to be outside, and especially on an evening time. And he loved it when the sun was just going down, and he'd watch the birds just flying to roost. He also loved the stars. He's telling me here, he loved you to pieces. And he's just said to just say to you, always remember that you're important in this life. I've asked for something special for you, and I've been given lilac. I want to give you both the white lilac and the purple lilac. And I want to give you those from out of his garden. So just take the love of the spirit world, and remember, you have to have that freedom to spread your wings. All right, sweetheart? So I'm going to leave that with you. Well, I'm sorry, everybody. It's my time. So I shall be back again on Sunday, 11 till 12. So until then, just take everything that's been said here. If you can take a bit of everybody's message, take it on board. All right. So good night, everybody.